Shankland does what Shankland does, scores goals, and Hibs do what Hibs do. Absolutely Hibs it for a winning position. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It's finished in the capital. Hearts won, Hibernian won in the Edinburgh Derby. Bit of a stalemate in the end. Good game. Both teams having chances to score. Hibs possibly being the better side, maybe more deserving of the victory. They didn't get it though. They had to settle for a point that suits Hearts more than Hibs, because Hearts right now, they've got third place wrapped up. They ain't looking above them. They ain't looking below them. They ain't looking anywhere. Hearts are going to finish third. The only place Hearts are looking at is the Scottish Cup and trying to add some silverware to the trophy cabinet. Hibs, on the other hand, they need a win tonight. They're trying to push Dundee for that 6th position, and while they didn't get 3 points, this draw means that they cut the gap to Dundee down to 1 point. So a decent night for Hibs. Maybe a result they would have accepted before kickoff at 7:45, but looking back at it, they've lost an opportunity to get themselves into the top half of the table, and they lost that thanks to a very controversial penalty, which we'll talk about when we get to that period of the game. But let's talk about the opening half an hour. I think Hibs pretty much were the team on the up. Martin Boyle looking dangerous, looking lively. Every time he gets the ball in the final third, he has an attacking threat. And maybe if he was a better finisher, he'd be adding a lot more goals to his name. Probably should have had 1 or 2 though in this first half. He couldn't get past Sander Clark. He couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. But Marcondes could. And on the 28th minute, he gave Hibs, in my opinion, a deserved lead.
Yeah, Martin Boyle should have squared this, right? But thankfully for Hibs, the shot ends up at Marcondes, who is on loan for Bournemouth. And you know what? He's actually been quite good for them, scores his first goal for the club, and he runs over to the Hearts fans, and nothing was thrown at him here.
Yeah, not a single object there, but we'll talk more about
that. They were well behaved.
Yeah, the Hearts fans behaved themselves. No seats destroyed either, though, as far as I'm aware, as of right now. But yeah, are Hibernian beginning to improve? The signings that they made, the loan signings in the January transfer window, do you think Hibs are beginning to come into a game, and are they probably favourites right now to get the top 6 spot?
They probably are, but I mean, how much is that down to Dundee kind of going off the boil, Aberdeen being non-existent and every other team being pish? I mean, I don't rate Nick Montgomery. This is a first, not first win, this would have, the first win against Dundee was the first win since December, and I'm saying first wins a lot, but you know what, it's the Hibs way. They don't win much. They go through managers like you go through cheese through a cheese grater. They're just not very good, are they?
Like that analogy? Probably not, no. Anyway,
you should have gone to cheese Specsavers too.
I think your cheese is blue moulded, mate. Anyway, let's move on to the penalty claim. So James Forrest, he's running into the box. There's a slight push on Forrest, but there's nothing in this. Forrest goes down like he's been shot. It kind of reminded me of the Olympics, you know, when they shoot the gun up into the air, then the swimmers jump into the pool. It was a wee bit like that for James Forrest. So, I mean, he goes down. Alan Forrest. Who's the better? He's actually the better Forrest now. There's no doubt about it. Especially when you compare his form this season.
Fuck all his trophy card.
Yeah. Well, mate, he's got time to add something to it, so don't panic. This season could be it. And the third place trophy, what about that? That's a good trophy to have.
That's a good wee one.
Yeah. So Alan Forrest goes down. Not enough contact. Slight push, but again, it's body to body, right? That's his party fit, but right? Not every bit of physical contact is a foul or a penalty. But Hearts get the rebound. Fargas picks up the ball, and the Hibernian defender, can't remember who it is, but he's coming in he puts a leg in, he makes a lazy, well, not a lazy tackle, but he makes an attempt to tackle Fargas. Fargas like sidesteps him, and the trailing leg of the Hibernian defenders, like the heel of his boot, catches Fargas on like the ankle, and Fargas just decides to throw himself to the ground. Very embarrassing in my opinion. Is there contact? Yes, but again, not every bit of contact should be a penalty. If that's the case, then what the fuck are we doing to football? You may as well just call it, this is basketball, but playing it with your feet. Like, look at back in the day, you could pretty much kill people and when you can get a foul against you. Nowadays, if you breathe on someone, 10 penalties conceded.
No, this was pathetic. Never a penalty for me. It just goes to show that you're right. Every bit of contact now is being looked at as a penalty.
And what I think we're going to see more diving in the game. See, when penalties are given this easily for any slight bit of contact, if this is how easy you can be awarded a penalty, I think we're just going to see more players dive.
I mean,
or as I like to call it, cheat. Because
but hold on, I'm getting bombarded though with Borna Barisic on Rangers TV get clipped. He never get fucking clipped. And even if he did, it was so minuscule for him to actually go down and hold on to the ball like a big shite bag. And it's the same here. This should be a yellow card offence.
I'm not saying that every person that goes down is diving, right? Because sometimes you can be clipped a little bit and lose your balance and it sends you down. But this was a dive, man. Fargas could have stayed on his feet if he wanted to. He went down. Referee gives the penalty. He gets called over to check the VAR monitor. He comes over and he still decides to give the penalty. Hibs fans not happy. Nick Montgomery not happy. I mean, I'm a Hearts fan, so I'll take the penalty, but I don't think it was one. I'll go as far as saying I know it wasn't one. And if Hearts had, I can't lie, right? If this was the other box, I would be calling the Hibs player a cheating bastard. It's just, that's the God's honest truth. So I need to be consistent. I can't sit here and say that, oh, there was 50-50, there was enough, right, there was contact, but there was nowhere near enough for him to go down. He's dived in the box, he's conned the referee into giving him a penalty the first time. I don't know how the referee got conned a second time after looking at the screen, but he did. Shankland stepped up to take it, and he had to, he never mind worrying about Davy Marshall. He had to worry about all the objects getting thrown in his direction. I think
lighters, bucky bottles, all sorts.
Yes.
Used heroin needles.
Aye, the syringes, you name it, everything pretty much getting chucked the direction of Shankland. But he avoided them. He managed to dodge all that shit, just like he dodges most defences. And then he put the ball in the back of the net with a very good penalty. And you just got to wonder, though, could this sort of behaviour from away fans, could that jeopardise the split that we see in the Edinburgh Derby and the allocation, the large allocation to away fans? If things like this become a regular occurrence and a trend, I mean, could we see what's happening with the Old Firm and the 750 fans? Could that be coming to Edinburgh? Could that be coming to Tynecastle, Easter Road, if this sort of behaviour persists? I mean, wasn't just like one item that was thrown here. It was quite a lot. We were getting everything chucked on to the pitch. But thankfully, Shankland scored a good penalty. Second half, I thought was more even than the first half. I thought both teams had a chance to win it. In the end, though, neither team did. Tim's only playing in this game. Neither team did get the win. And I think it's a good point for Hearts. I think it was important that Hearts didn't lose this. Obviously, I wanted to win. I think that we should be winning. I think we're a better team than Hibs. We're like 21 points ahead in the league. That kind of proves it. However, I would say that we probably got away with one tonight. If any team was going to win it, it should have been Hibernian. So for us to get a point and to stop the rot, I think it's crucial, because with Celtic up next, if Hearts had a loss tonight, then lost to Celtic, before you know it, that's 3 defeats in a row. And momentum could just turn, momentum could die, and maybe Kelly start getting their hopes up. The antennas could start twitching, and they might be able to feel and see third place. But we stopped the rot. It's never good to lose 2 games in a row. We made sure that didn't happen. Got a point on the board. As for Hibs, they didn't win. They didn't move into the top 6, but I think they will catch Dundee anyway. I do think that Dundee... Dundee's fort. It's not like Dundee are just beginning to go off the boil. Dundee's went off the boil for a while now. The only thing is, no one below them has been able to put any sort of win and run together to catch them. But I think that could change under Hibernian. I just believe that they're probably going to pick up more points than Dundee over the next 5-6 games. So yeah, Dundee currently 6th at the moment, ahead of Hibs by 1 point. Can they stay there? I don't know. Entertaining Edinburgh Derby though. Good match. Just a shame my team didn't win, but can't win everything.
Absolutely, Hibs. I mean, when was the last time they beat Hearts? 3 years?
It's been a while. It has been, I think it was the COVID season.
That's ages ago then.
Yeah, so there you go, guys. 1-1 draw.
Wait, hold on. Couldn't it have been the COVID season when Hearts were doing? Hearts were doing the league? Or do you mean the 1920 season just before COVID?
They want to end it early. Pretty sure that was the last time.
But no, Celtic fans call the COVID season the Rangers season. Because, you know, of course winning a title with no fans is a lot worse than winning it via a Zoom call.
Both those seasons were forgettable.
Aye, forgettable, guys. But anyway, this game was not. It was great till then. Peace.